Now, the NSA isn't content just to spy on huge numbers of people. Edward Snowden says it also keeps a very close eye on businesses. The whistleblower told German TV that the U.S. agency tries to siphon off any information it can get its hands on. Annie Machon is with me now, live from Dusseldorf. Well, it's hardly the first time any country has been accused of stealing industrial secrets. But if this particular piece of information proves to be true, how important is this revelation?
I think the importance is about the scale of the problem, because our intelligence agencies have always had a mandate to not only protect national security, but also to protect the economic well-being of our countries. However, that is very different from aggressive industrial espionage on an aggressively industrial scale, which of course is what Snowden has now revealed, because the new technologies with the internet and all the surveillance capabilities that the NSA and its UK partner GCHQ have developed mean that they can hoover up literally everything. So, of course, each country wants to protect its economic well-being. Of course, it will try and jockey for political and economic advantage. But for the sheer scale of it, I think that is the issue here.
Right. Well, in just recent past, the relations between Germany and the United States have been on a bumpy road, and this recent revelation might add more fuel into fire. What do you think?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, the Germans are supposed to be allies of the US, and yet they're being abused quite egregiously, both by the US and the GCHQ in the UK, in terms of the sort of information that they're hoovering up, not just for the top politicians and Angela Merkel's mobile phone, but for everyone in Germany. And that is quite shocking, again, on the scale. I think also it shows a certain hypocrisy as well, because we were told that all these new powers, all this endemic surveillance was necessary in order to protect us from the terrorist threat. And yet now we're seeing, of course, that it's being expanded way beyond what could even, by any definition, be called a terrorist suspect, into politicians, into the citizens of Western countries, and into our businesses. So it's really exposing a very deep level of hypocrisy on the NSA's part.
Well, we keep hearing the revelations coming out of Edward Snowden, despite the fact that he receives anonymous threats that are made against him from people in the United States. What do you make of his position? I mean, can he consider himself safe, given all this?
Well, he has only temporary asylum in Russia at the moment. I would hope that Russia will feel moved to grant permanent asylum if he needs it. Or, of course, it would be great if Germany could provide him with asylum, considering the service he's done to the German people and the German government in what he's revealed about the sheer scale of the spying in this country. And, of course, there are options in Latin America where he could go and where he could be protected, but he needs to get there first. And the US seems very determined to ensure that he can't reach Latin America. But I think he's safe in Russia for now. It would be nice if he had permanent asylum anywhere so that he could come more into the public view and explain the context around the disclosures he's made, because he is the expert in what is being revealed. The journalists can only speculate and piece together some of this information. And this is why we have the free Snowden.is website to fight for him. And we're also developing a new foundation called Courage, the fund to protect journalistic sources, which will aid not only Edward Snowden, but any future intelligence whistleblowers that come out and reveal information which is very much in the public interest. That we need to know what sort of crimes are being committed by spies.
Absolutely. Annie Machon, former MI5 officer, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us here on RT International.